Salon, by the way, let me mention this thing before this we get on. I beg. No, let's tell Ms. Ahiagbah, Richie. This thing about emotions, he should stop using that phrase. He doesn't understand what he's talking about. You need emotions, Salon. You need emotions.
No, but I don't know the context in which you are responding to.
The context is that, yes, Salon, I get it. He says that we should get serious. Stop these are emotional things. There are no emotion. No, Richard, if you see evil and you don't get emotional, you are corrupt. You see evil, you don't get emotional, you are corrupt. You've come and you've led the country astray. Now, Salon, look at this. Our savings, your money in the bank or under your bed, over 60% of its value is gone. And you say people are being emotional. Please tell that to the Marines. Richard, stop using that word. Don't ever say that in public again. Because the more you say people are being emotional, the more people will come at you. That, in natural fact, emotionally yourself, you are not balanced.
No, you actually said
okay,
no,
Richard,
I didn't use the word emotional. No, get serious as emotional.
I'm giving you free advice. Stop saying people are emotional. Otherwise, you will never be able to drive home your message with Ghanaians. Stop attacking people that they are being emotional. Because I also tell you enough great philosophers have said that if you be evil and you don't get emotional, then you are corrupt. People's savings have been wiped away. People's capital has been wiped away. And when they complain, you say they are being emotional. Come on.
No, Martin, maybe you are taking him out of context. I think the point he's trying to make is that,
I don't want that. Can you play back what he said? He says we should be serious. We shouldn't get emotional. That's how he started. Please,
very well. No problem. No problem.
Do you understand? You are talking to people. You are talking to millions of citizens who have lost their savings. You are talking to millions of citizens who can't afford food. You are talking to millions of citizens who have lost their capital. So I'm giving you free advice. This is from the use of the word emotional, that people are getting emotional. You don't understand what you are doing. You communicate for the government. So at this stage, you have to be very humble, very sober. Oh, give us some time, we will do it. But stop telling people they are being emotional. You don't understand.
Very well, Martin. Yes.
No, I don't want. Yes. You don't understand yourself. Yes. You just don't understand.
I think that point is well made. Let me come back in studio and
it should be the last time you should use that word again in public.
Martin, I think the point is made. Yes, I think that point is made. That point is made. You know, that point is made. Let me come into the studio and I'll give you the opportunity to respond.
So I hope you'll be fair.
No, of course.
Because if you are invited us here to be here, you have to be fair.
No, of course.
Now, I want to be very clear with Martin. He's been going on this way. He's emotional, not rational in this conversation that he's having. He gets to a point. No. Wait,
I think that's the point he was making. Yes. That when people, you don't know what he has lost, you don't know what his people have lost, you don't know what somebody else has lost. But to say that, somebody's been emotional.
I chose my words carefully, so I'm not going to study emotion here in your studio.
Very well.
The point I am making is very clear.
Intelligence.
No, Martin, let's allow him to speak.
Martin is gotten on a certain tangent.
Self-consciousness, self-awareness.
Martin, let's allow him to speak. Martin, please, let's allow him to speak. Okay, let's allow him to speak.
You must find a mechanism.
I'll come back to you, Martin. Let's allow him to speak. Go ahead.
Okay, you must find a mechanism to control it. No, don't just tell me to go ahead when he's.
I've asked him to give you the opportunity.
He's carried on a lot.
Yeah, so you just respond to him.
Now, this conversation is not about me. It's not about him. We're discussing the issue as obtained. Now, when earlier I was talking, I didn't even refer to him. I didn't refer to him. We're talking about the economy. Right? Everything I said here, I never referred to him and his demonstration. You asked me a question about the president's popularity and all that, and I was explaining to you the economic data and what it suggests.
Yes.
I wanted you to correct him. I didn't make any reference to him. I didn't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's saying. Wait.
But that's what he's saying.
No, I'm not sure he said. You said he was emotional.
Please. He was carrying on, and I heard him, and you heard it. That he was saying he's giving me advice never to use the word again. But I didn't refer to him. I didn't talk about him. I'm talking about the economy. Okay? Now let's get serious about the conversations we're having. Right? Now, if he decides to say that the first 3 years record of this government, okay, the short period within 2020 where catastrophic events happened in this country that is global. If he decides to discount that, that is his consideration. But I'm saying that you have to be rational about a conversation because we're dealing with data. You have to be rational about conversation because if you have before you evidence that suggests that economy under this government had grown successively 3 years, and the only reason it didn't grow in 2020 was because COVID happened. If you are rational, you appreciate that. If you are irrational, then you negate that and then begin to talk the way he's talking. I'm dealing with data. I'm not just talking like he's doing.
So let's deal with the data.
Please allow me to illustrate my point.
Okay.
So that when you turn around and you forget or you decide to actually set aside the data and begin a campaign targeted at the person of the president, there is no, he's the lawyer. There is no constitutional basis for what he's doing. Now, in that demonstration, there were legitimate concerns that were raised to do with the economic situation. That is appreciated. There was a young man in that demonstration who talked about Galamsey. That must be appreciated. Let's have conversation about that. Democratically, there's a basis for that conversation to be had. But he, on the tangent he's going, is essentially inciting people.
How?
Inciting people against the person of the president.
No, it says
inciting people.
The president is disappointed.
Hold on, no, please. No. There's a way to express that is not equal to what he's doing. He's inciting people against the person of Ken Ofori-Atta. He's inciting people against the person of the vice president. Because I asked Saturday, he's a lawyer. If you have a feeling that is so crystallized in your mind to ask to go on the street as a lawyer, he should be going to court because he's saying that Ken Ofori-Atta has conflicted himself as a financial. Hold on.
But
please.
The president is a lawyer, but he didn't go to court every time. He was on the street as well.
That's
incidentally
fine.
In Kumipreku.
That's fine.
He was on the street.
That's fine.
So to say that he's a lawyer, so he should go to court.
Hold on.
I don't think that holds so much water.
There's a specific issue at stake. Why I'm saying he should go to court. He's saying that the finance minister has conflicted himself. Is that not what he said?
Yeah, but that's one
avenue.
Hold
on. I'm just saying.
Wait, that's one avenue.
Yes, but I'm saying
he chooses to use the other avenue, which is equally legitimate.
So wait, you have to listen to my point. Not be arguing with me.
I'm listening to you, but I need to point a few things to you.
But I need to make the point before you can point out.
Go ahead.
Right? So if he's being rational, as a lawyer, you choose the rational, the avenue that gives you the maximum outcome. Right? You're a lawyer. You have evidence that the finance minister has conflicted himself, and you're a lawyer, a reputed one at that. So what option will you choose? A rational person? What outcome will you choose?
That's a decision left to
No,
him.
I'm saying we all can see.
That's a decision left to him.
I agree. So that is